Kamala really learned something from Bruno, because she was really kicking some butt in this episode.
She was serious butt, and I was very proud of her.
I was, because I was like, she holding her own.
It's like girl power.
Girl power. Hello, everyone.
Hey, everybody. How's it going today?
If you don't already know, my name's Kathy.
My name's Tom.
And we are the Marvelous Donohues.
Marvel heads, once again, welcome.
Welcome indeed. Listen, you guys, if you are new here, as we just introduced ourselves, I'm Kathy, and this is my better half, Tom, and we are...
Thanks, honey. I'm her better half, everybody.
You are. They don't know. No, I'm not.
Maybe you're supernatural.
I am. Ooh, just like this episode.
That's right.
But if this is your first time here, you guys, what we do is we just doing the best we can in reviewing these Marvel Disney Plus TV shows.
Living on a wing and a prayer, Mr. Bon Jovi, if you're out there.
But we also have, well, a duplicate station. I want to say duplicate. There's two shows on this Marvelous Donahue station. One is the Marvel Review Show. The other, which comes out every other Saturday. And we're going to talk about being ready for retirement, exploring our eventually expat options.
And actually, if you're a science fiction fan, which if you're here, I'm going to assume you are, kind of a parallel universe. It's kind of like on the one realm. I'm talking about Marvel. In the other realm, retirement. And going to fun places with strange sounding names, which we'll get into that on the other videos. But if you are new here, I'm going to break the news to you gently and sweetly that we are the absolute best, positively the best Marvel TV review show for Disney Plus in all millennia.
All of the dimensions.
All the dimensions. All the non-dimensions.
Yeah.
And absolutely every single realm or existence in between. So if you haven't heard that, we want you to do two things. We want you to take that in. We also want you to pass that along into the cosmos.
Just like we're doing. We're doing it. So if this is a kind of fun and foolishness you enjoy.
Shenanigans. Which will be
Wait, I got to do my shenanigans. Shenanigans.
Ow, I think I hurt my cheekbone on that last one.
If you like fun, foolishness, and shenanigans, please join us. Hit that like and subscribe. Tell your friends so we can all just have a good time here.
That's right.
But enough of this intro. Let's get down to business.
Oh my gosh.
We are on episode 4, and if you haven't heard in our bumper, this she was kicking butt, but I'm not gonna get too much away. Go ahead, Tom.
No, so we're going to talk about episode 4, and this one, at the end of the last episode. If you've watched that last episode, and we hope you have, Grandma Nana says, "Hey, Mom, Kamala, hey, come on over to Pakistan." What, do we have to? Okay, let's go. And as I've talked about, if you've watched the rest of our videos in our series that have been before this, we're big talkers about the onion and peeling back the onion about this, because there's a lot of questions that are going to come up in this. But anyway, so they go back to Pakistan, and Kamala, this was kind of a, I guess I'll call it a culture shock. It was kind of a culture shock to her, because she'd never been to Pakistan before. You know? And we get to know a little bit more as we go along about Pakistan, to talk about India. There's lots of things that are going on, and we'll cover more about that in upcoming episodes. But anyway, they go back, and this is a revelation for not only Kamala, but I think it was a heart-to-heart with Mrs. Kamala, her mom and Grandma.
Yeah, you guys. As we watched this episode, we noticed there was a lot of things that were going on between Kamala's mom and her grandma Nana that were kind of going on between Kamala and her mom, you know. And also, I felt like Kamala got the opportunities to meet her cousins, but also really get in touch with her Nana. Her Nana was like, listen, I seen that train. You know, they were in a room together, and she showed Kamala all these different things that she had collected over the years and the things she had seen and done, and reiterated again about how she was able to get saved when she was kind of lost from her dad.
Yeah.
Follow the stars. And we know now that Kamala makes these little stars when she does things. So it has to be a connection between the two of those. And on my notes that I was thinking about, just she went out with her cousins, right? And they went to a market there, and she was looking at everything and talking to everybody, and she was just kind of like blown away. She liked it, but her cousins was like, we see this all the time, girl. You know, you just, you're a newbie here, but we finna go do this and that. She was like, I want to see something else. So they end up splitting up, and you know what that means when you split up.
That's not advisable.
Tom, no, I was like, she going by herself. If my mama knew.
She and I looked at each other and said, oh, there goes the farm.
We knew something's gonna happen. And she ended up running to who, Tom?
The Red Daggers.
The Red Daggers.
Another, of course, with Marvel, you know, there has to be 3 or 4 or 5 different butts. 4 or 5 beep. 4 or 5 different groups to kick butt.
Yeah.
I could just say butt kicking group.
Yeah, butt kicking group. And you know what? Let me tell you something. Kamala was holding her own with that Red. I know. And I was like, I was super surprised and happy. I was like, go girl, just kick that butt, you know?
Yeah.
Because at first, when she first started off, she was a little scared, you know, and who wouldn't be? But remember what I was talking about in the previous episode, that when she found out, when she started really doing stuff with her powers, she got more confident. You know, she was like, hey, I can do this. And she fell a lot and got hurt a lot, but she also, with Bruno's help, did some training and stuff.
You know what this reminded me of? The whole thing about that the power is inside you. Remember, the power is inside. It's not really the bracelet in and of itself, but it kind of amplifies the power and energies what's inside you. You know, I thought about Dorothy and the Wizard of Oz. Remember at the end of the Wizard of Oz, she clicks her heel 3 times, and the good witch, you know, what's it? Zelda? Gilda? I can't remember.
I think her name was Gilda.
Yeah, Gilda or something. But anyway, she says...
Glenda
the good witch. And she says, oh, but you already had the power inside. You could have gone home anytime you want. You had the power inside you all the time.
I like that story, and I don't like it.
Now you tell me. Couldn't you have told me, like, before I went through all the pain and all the trials and tribulations on that one?
I know, but she had to go through the pain to get to the growth part, where she could do it herself.
Can we skip that?
No,
we can't.
It just doesn't work like that.
That's the moral of this story.
Yes, and thinking of speaking of going back, and maybe we weren't. We don't like to tell the endings of other videos until we're sure you watched it. So now you better watch it.
Yeah, please
but
do.
I have to go back.
Stop right now. Go back, and then we'll be here virtually.
Yeah.
When you come back.
But right now, I need to go back and talk about the wedding.
Tell me.
Oh my gosh, Tom.
Is that pageantry or what? You know what I always like about, I really like about Marvel is that they really try to bring out an epic quality of the different culture. We've talked about this before, and I really liked it. It
was beautiful until the evil woman showed up.
That's right.
What's his name? Carmen?
Cameron's mom.
Cameron's mom is evil, and I told y'all that in the last one. Evil, evil, evil.
That's right.
She come there, she trying to kill the whole family. I'm telling you. So she comes there and she ruins the brother's wedding, and everybody is mad, and everybody knows Kamala's fault, and they broke Bruno's arm. I'm talking about, oh my gosh, it was a mess. A mess. And this isn't the worst part about it. You know, I'm sorry. I hope you didn't see it because it's all over. His evil mom was like, I'm done with you, boy.
Yeah.
You turned us in. You warned her the family. I wanted to kill everybody, you know. But here, Kamala is again fighting by herself for, was it 4 or 5?
Yeah.
Beings from another land, and you know she did very well.
She did.
She did well.
She's fighting the jinns, and she's fighting the jinns and the what do they call it?
The some kind of divorce. Let me see. Wait a minute.
Come on now, clandestines.
No, yeah, clandestines.
And then the Red Daggers.
And yeah, but I'm telling you, that wedding. Oh my gosh, her mom's mad at her. So really, when she goes to Pakistan, everybody's glad to see her go because she ruined everything.
That's right.
Not on purpose. But she had to save them, so she ended up pulling the fire escape thing.
I don't understand, and maybe you all out there kind of can tell me, but you know, I guess at that point I would have been like taking the analogy, the thing like, hey, mess up, fess up. I would have just told her everything. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm kind of wondering why.
Well, you know, the story has to go a certain way.
Yeah, that's true.
And I feel like
tell us what you all would do.
Yeah.
Would you, at that point, would you pull the fire alarm? Would you be like, look, I'm just gonna, the jig is up. You know, I'm not down with this anymore. I'm gonna tell everybody, even though I sound like a raving lunatic.
But listen to this, and this is what I thought about too. She doesn't sound like a raving lunatic because this is the age of Marvel now.
Yeah.
Anybody could be any superhero. Yeah, I said, Tom, it's different. Yeah. But let's go back to the Red Daggers right quick.
Yeah.
She's met this kid and they're fighting tooth and nail until finally they had to call a truce because the police show up and he was like, hey, I want to show you something.
Yeah. And you know, we're talking about we find out there's many dimensions.
Yes.
And we find out that, you know, as Kamala was talking to Grandma, it's like, hey, guess what? We're part of the Jinn. And then there's a slogan that a saying that comes out of the bracelet, the bangle, is what you seek is seeking you.
Right.
And I wonder, in reality, if that's true. What do you think about that?
I do. I think that in the age of where they are in mysticism and all these different types of beings, right? When they were talking about the different dimensions, the one guy that was in charge of the Red Daggers, they were there to protect the people from the unseen. That was the Red Daggers. It says that was their thing, because all these different people were coming now to remember, listen, we talked about the bringing the invisible into the invisible, okay? And this is what's happening now with them. All of these different people, all of these different beings, all these different dimensions. It was like a rip in the fabric of time, like Doctor Strange, you know, and this all has kind of like opened up this totally different world. We saw it at the beginning with Loki.
Yeah.
You know, that was the beginning. Loki tried to stop Loki herself, the female Loki, from doing this. But she was so enraged that she didn't care. I don't care if it's a fabric of time. I wonder if that one moment where everything went haywire was the catalyst to all these different dimensions, all these different things going on, all these different worlds.
You talking about the blip?
No. When Loki, the series Loki, at the very end, they ripped it. Yeah. And everything went haywire. And that's what I'm saying. Is this the beginning
that's a good point.
of the different, everybody coming through? Because when the clandestines, when he explained how they got here, the lady made it seem like, oh, they're innocent. We was just, you know, walking along and whoop. No, they were exiled from where they came from.
That led to another question of mine is like, where are these folks from?
Exactly.
And are they part of the Eternals? We talked about that in the last, if you haven't watched our last video.
Are they?
Are they?
You know, and those are questions that need to be answered.
Where's great-grandma?
That's another question.
Because remember, she's still painted as that black sheep of the family. Oh, you left me when I was a baby, and you know, the partition, and we were trying to get out of India.
But that's not really the grandma doing that. It's the mom, based on rumors.
Right.
So I think that during these next couple of episodes, I believe that they're going to work a lot of things out. That they're going to learn a lot. They're going to do a lot. But right now, guess what? Kamala's kicking butt, and she's still trying to save the world or her universe and parts of it. But I believe that's all we have for now.
That is all we have for now, and it was a very good episode. You know what I use as kind of a criteria. I say, you know what, I want to watch an episode that makes me want to watch more. And this series does make me want to watch more. I want to know, you know, the good guys win. I'm a good guy, bad guy, like she kind of is, lady that is. But a good guy, bad guy person where I want the good guys to win, the bad guys to lose. So that I want to watch more.
Yeah. But we don't know what's going on. But we will.
We will.
Okay. Well, that's it for now. My name is Kathy.
My name is Tom.
And we are the Marvelous Donohues. And like and subscribe.
Leave us comments. Let us know what you think of the series so far. And maybe what's your favorite part in the series. Because now we're on 4. So what's your favorite part in the series so far?
That's right. That's right. And that's all for now. And we will see you next time.
Take care, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.